He's alive!
There is a war waging in heaven. The curse, the lords of Salem, possessing the souls of the Salem women.
Is everything all right?
No. On a rare occasion, a special child appears.
God does not spare angels when they sin.
Come to us. We are ready. Satan, come to us. We are ready. Satan, come to us.
Howdy, everybody, and welcome to the second edition of the Gruesome Twosome. I'm your host, Boner Lee.
I'm Hellsing.
We're here today to talk to you about The Lords of Salem, the new Rob Zombie film, and well,
I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. It's Rob Zombie's first original movie since The Devil's Rejects, and the story, I mean, pretty much just witches and Satanism and the usual standard Rob Zombie stuff. But it's
Rosemary's Baby is what you said. It kind of reminded you.
It kind of reminds me of Rosemary, like Polanski and Kubrick.
Yeah.
And it's just it's a totally different thing than what he's done before, visually. But it's not like his usual movie. There was really no comedy in it, as there usually is. And
well, except for Ken Faree.
No, yeah. Well,
he's DWS. He hopes he doesn't get a DWS. He's like, dude, it's a DWI. And he's like, no, man, driving while sexy.
Yeah, well, Ken Faree's looking at this line. But, it was really dark compared to his other stuff. It wasn't like, with Sid Haig always saying something and making everybody laugh. It was actually just straight up.
Visually, it was cool.
It was just really fuck with your head kind of stuff.
And religious people wouldn't like it, I would imagine.
There was parts in there where I was kind of like, about it, you know? I mean, I don't really get like that, but there was times when I kind of had a mind fuck with it. And, I mean, that's saying a lot, because that usually doesn't happen to me with any movie.
A lot of nudity in the movie. Old women nudity.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe, I mean, it's not going to turn anybody on, but...
Except for you fucking easy boner.
Yeah, I sent him a text when I saw it, and I was like, dude, there's fucking hot women in this movie getting naked. I got a boner.
When I seen it, I was kind of, but then, of course, my wife gave me shit, so there's a long story behind that, but I'm not going to get into it.
Let's not bring it up.
Yeah. There's a lot of people in this movie. Sherry Moon, of course, she's in every one of Rob's movies.
She's the main character. And,
she actually got really naked in this movie, which was amazing, because
he shows her butt a lot. If you watch a lot of these movies, I guess she has a nice butt. What are you supposed to do?
But and it was really weird because she's come a long way since the House of a Thousand Corpses, where she was playing like this twisted kind of character who was laughable. Like now it's being more serious, and I kind of seen that when she did the first Halloween.
Yeah.
I kind of seen her acting getting better as everything went on.
Yeah, she was serious in that one.
And so she does a really good job in it. And then you get, you know, old school veterans in this movie, which Rob Zombie does a lot. And, you know, there was a big scene that we were talking about where Udo Kier was supposed to be in it, and
Clint
Howard, and it was supposed to be like a old school retro monster movie that Rob Zombie wanted to have part of the movie or something, but the scene got completely cut out of it.
I'm hoping when they release it on like Blu-ray or DVD that they put that back in there, or it's on the special features or something, so we can actually see it.
My only thought is I think they cut it out because it would have made the movie too long. When you watch this movie, it seems like it goes on forever. It doesn't seem like it's only an hour and a half long.
That was my problem kind of with it in some ways. Like I enjoyed it, but I thought parts of it drug, and it's just pretty. I mean, the movie. I mean, a lot of it just consists of her, you know, thinking back to these witches and all this shit, these flashback scenes of fucked up demon stuff, and it's pretty much the whole movie. I mean, like, I think there should have been more of a, well, I don't know. I mean, there was a story, but
when I first heard about it, I was hearing she gets an album from a band called The Lords, and
a black metal band.
Yeah,
and it wasn't black metal music, which is weird.
Right. Well, see, I was thinking that I knew that Leviathan, the Fleeing Serpent, the black metal band that's in the movie, was going to be in the movie. But when I heard about The Lords, I was thinking, oh, Rob Zombie's doing a throwback to like the old '80s horror rock movies,
Trick or Treat, Rocktober Blood, stuff like that. Yeah.
And what we got wasn't that. It was just some weird, like, violin banging on drum shit that was supposed to
tribal type
possess
all the women in Salem.
It was weird. So it was kind of like that was kind of a letdown for me, but at the same time it was kind of cool because you know, anytime that they have an album that's playing and it's supposed to possess people, there's a lot of hairspray and makeup and heavy metal. But I don't know. I give this movie, you know, I give this movie credit for doing some stuff different and being a little bit more serious compared to what he's done before. And really, the big name people and all the people he's worked with, they don't really have major parts in the movie.
No, not really.
It was kind of like you see Sid Haig, you see Michael Berryman. They don't say anything.
For like a second.
Yeah. They don't say anything.
No lines.
And Meg Foster, she was cool.
She was awesome.
She was in that part, and she was playing it, you know, just like it was natural. Which I've always liked her anyways. She was in Masters of the Universe as Evil Lynn, and
They Live.
In Stepfather 2.
Yeah.
She's done a ton of stuff, and to see her come back after not seeing her for however long.
Yeah, a long time.
It was amazing.
Dee Wallace.
Dee Wallace was great. Who else am I forgetting here?
From Rocky Horror.
Magenta. Patricia Quinn.
Patricia Quinn, yeah.
She was awesome.
Yeah.
It was fun seeing her in something besides Rocky Horror. But she still had that English accent. Well,
yeah.
I mean, she's English anyways, but...
It sounded just like her. I mean, you're like, oh my god. Like, I haven't seen her in anything other than Rocky Horror. I don't know what else she's done.
But hearing her say, like, cunt was amazing.
Yeah.
And drippings between your legs. it was cool. It was like, you see these people, and then you see Dee Wallace, of course, who is, like, known for being Elliot's mom in E.T., you know... She's playing a serious part. She's not playing somebody's mom for a change.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like, okay, this is like The Hills Have Eyes, The Howling. She's getting back into this, but she was vicious.
Yeah.
So that really blew my mind.
Everybody did a really good job as far as all the acting goes.
And you see Lisa Marie in it, you know, from Ed Wood and tons of Tim Burton movies, and she was supposed to have a big key scene from what I understood, and then all of a sudden she's in it for one scene. And really no lines, it's just her. It's kind of...
It's another one of those things that might be on the Blu-ray.
I'm hoping that when it comes out on Blu-ray, it's going to have more to it. Like, it seemed like there was so much chopped up stuff in this movie that should have been there and wasn't, so...
Maybe we'll get an extended cut and not just like the deleted scenes. Maybe they'll put like an actual like...
That would be cool. Because, I mean, I enjoyed the movie. It's got that 60s feel to it.
I liked it. It's just, I mean, is it Devil's Rejects? No. But, I mean, it's hard to compare his movies, I mean, to this, because this is totally different from anything he's done. I don't know.
And what I've heard, this is like his last horror movie for a while, too.
He's doing like a hockey movie.
He's doing a movie about the Flyers, the Broad Street Bullies. So that'll be interesting to see what he does, but
I wish he'd do that Tyrannosaurus Rex movie
That
that we're
would-
talking about.
I've been wanting to see that ever since I heard about it, because it was just supposed to be a big 70s style action movie.
Because I think he's really good at doing like grindhousey 70s dirty type movies, violent. You know what I mean? I love that shit. I think he should do more of that stuff.
Well,
I
it's
think
like
he's awesome at that.
Werewolf Women of the SS being a fake trailer. That was like a movie I wanted to see. When I seen the trailer, I was like, I'd watch it.
Yeah.
But
So I guess, I mean, what do you give this movie? I guess out of 10.
out of 10, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Because I could watch it over and over again and probably not get sick of it. I'd always find something new about it.
Okay, see with me, I mean, like Devil's Rejects to me, that's 10 out of 10. This would probably be, I'm gonna say 7 out of 10. I mean, it's good. It's just
It's just hard to make out on some parts of it because it just seems like they.
it's all over the place, kind of. But I mean,
And I'm kind of the same way when I watch a Kubrick movie, like The Shining. There's parts in that I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
I love The Shining.
I mean, I like it, but there's
Yeah.
still parts where I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Just trippy movies, man.
And this movie has that. It has that
Yeah.
feel. I mean, it's got the fucked up weird ending. It's got, you know, the psychedelic flashback shit. It's crazy, but I really enjoyed it. And I will say though, if you're a religious type or, you know, anything like that, you will best avoid this movie because it gets pretty satanic and
Yeah.
it's amazing though. I mean, if you're a hardcore horror fan, if you don't get it, you don't get it, but you'll at least like the shit that's in it.
You know?
So, I mean, like I said, I give it an 8 out of 10. And like I said, it doesn't beat The Devil's Rejects because that's
No.
Rob Zombie's best movie.
That's probably the best thing he's gonna do. I mean,
And that's coming from, you know, House of
Amazing.
a Thousand Corpses to Devil's Rejects. There's that weird gap where it goes from comic bookish to kind of realistic. And but he played it so well and directed it so well. So, I mean, that's going to be his ultimate movie if you ask me. Unless he comes out with something that fucking blows my mind like that. I don't know. I'll be waiting for it.
I
But
hope he gets back into horror. I hope this isn't the end, like he says, because I don't know about a hockey movie.
I'm
I'm not really excited about it.
I'd like to see what he's going to do with it.
I don't know.
Just, I mean, because I like hockey, and I know a few other people do, and they're kind of weirded out that Rob Zombie's going to do a movie about hockey. So I'm wondering if there's going to be any beheadings and stuff like that. You know,
Hockey puck decapitations.
it's going to be weird to watch. So I mean, I'll just wait and see.
I'll watch it. I mean, but,
Yeah, Right, that's the review for Lords of Salem. What do we got next? Oh, movie pick of the week.
movie pick. We're gonna start doing a movie pick of the week. It's something different, so we can, do something a little special every week, something different. So,
I'll let you go first, sir.
all right. My movie pick of the week is Popcorn. And speaking of Popcorn, or Dee Wallace was in Popcorn, and she played somebody's mom.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that. It's a nice little movie about this guy who killed his family on stage in front of everybody in this theater, locked everybody in, burned it down, and then years later, he's coming back, or is he? I don't know. Somebody's back. And they're doing an all-night horror-thon, all the new kids, and people start dying. Your typical, ridiculous slasher-type movie, but there's actually some cool stuff. When they're in the theater, they've made little movies like, what's the movie called?
The smell.
The smell, the stench.
The
It was
stench.
the
Yeah, the
stench.
stench. That's it.
The stench, and all kinds of little stupid movies that they made, like black and white films for this, and it's just a fun movie.
It is
man.
a fun movie.
And I recommend it, and you should go watch it.
I like how fun it is sitting there watching the made-up movies with that.
Yeah.
And you hear the crowd reactions to certain things, and it was that one. It was kind of like Shocker, like after Shocker.
Oh, yeah.
It was funny because
The Amazing Electrified Man.
that's it. And
That's what it was.
it was
Yeah.
funny. It was funny kind of watching that and hearing like the crowd response while they were watching it. Because you hear people saying the funniest shit.
Just yelling stuff. People, they had the seat zapped and stuff. People would be like, ah!
And I wish to God they'd bring that back.
Yeah.
That would be.
It's like some old school William Castle type stuff.
Yeah, that would be a fun experience at the
Yeah,
movies.
It would be.
I don't know. I just like that movie Matinee. It's
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, they got all that, and it's like you kind of wish they'd bring it back and do it again.
It'd be
but-
fun. I think people would really like
So if you guys want to see something like that, send us some money. We'll make it happen.
it. We can do it.
But yeah, that's a good pick, man.
Yeah.
I gotta say, for me this week it'd be Madman,
Uh-oh.
the 1982 classic.
You didn't mean it, Mars.
But and the story is about Madman Mars, who back, what was it, the 50s or something like that?
I think so.
It was like the 50s. He killed his whole family in their sleep and had his nose bitten off, and he was supposed to be like the baddest motherfucker that ever walked. And there's a campfire going on. They're telling the tale of this, and the one prankster guy who thinks he's cool as shit starts making fun of it.
They
and
say you're never supposed to say his name above a whisper. So of course this idiot's like, Mars, Madman Mars!
It's like,
Now you've done it.
the stupid fuck gets into it, and then he goes to the fucker's house. It's a fun movie. It is,
It's
but
awesome.
Mars starts coming back and killing people, and he does it in the coolest, most vicious ways.
And it's like all in the same night, and it's cool.
And it's hard to believe that this movie has never been as popular as Friday the 13th. It never got a sequel.
It's very underrated.
But it's a fun movie.
Yeah.
And it always killed me about Galen Ross being in it, and she didn't even want her name in the credit, her real name used in the credits. She used a fake stage name.
I heard she gets mad when people talk about it to her and stuff. I don't know why she's so ashamed that she was in it. It's a really good movie, and
It's just because
you were in Dawn of the Dead, so
it's just
I mean,
because George A. Romero didn't direct it, I guess. Maybe
it's
she's under
just-
contract.
I don't know. It's just weird, but it's a really good movie.
Yeah.
I suggest going and watching that too. Both of them.
If you can find it, it's a
Yeah,
bitch of a
yeah.
movie to find. But it's a lot of fun, and it's just the kills are just killer. So I mean, honestly, they're killer.
kills.
So if you
Killer
get a
kills.
chance, check out Madman and enjoy it, because I watched it again last night, and I love watching that shit. I mean, I love watching all this shit. So anything is the gorier the better.
Yeah.
But I like a good storyline too. So what's
Now-
up next?
Music pick. We're gonna do a music pick of the week.
Music pick of the week.
And for those of you who know, Doyle from the Misfits has a new album out called Abominator.
Abominator.
And Alex Story is from Cancer Slug is singing lead vocals on it.
Dr. Chud's on the drums.
Dr. Chud, yeah.
I can't ever remember who the bass player is.
I don't
It's like
either,
left
but-
hand something or other.
The one thing I can say about this album, it's way better than Gorgeous Frankenstein. I didn't really enjoy the Gorgeous Frankenstein album.
Which is weird. I did. I enjoyed that Gorgeous Frankenstein, but this album blows it away.
Yeah, this album's way better. That Dreaming of a Dead Girl song is like, I think, the best song on the album.
I love how Doyle's getting back at Jerry and doing Land of the Dead like as his own, and it's
Yeah.
like a totally different song, but it's like it's kind of better than the Misfits version though.
Yeah, it's a lot different. I mean,
It's different, but I kind of like it better, and I'm sorry, but, being a Misfits fan and everything, but I gotta say it.
Doyle's album's more like it's more metal. It's not really, there's not really any punkish songs in it. Like, it's not like, if you're expecting to hear the Misfits, that's not what it is. But
It's a big separation.
yeah, and Alex Story's awesome. I love Cancer Slug.
His vocal work is fucking amazing.
Yeah. But I would recommend it. I don't really know. I mean, are we giving it like anything out of?
I'll give it a 10 out of 10. I liked it
Really?
that much. Yeah,
I'd give it probably like a 7. It's good.
it's real good. I haven't heard. I mean, I've listened to it nonstop since I got it, and not a bad song on it. It doesn't really, whatever. I mean, it doesn't really like fail on me, man.
It flows well. I mean, the songs are good, but I actually heard this interview with Doyle, like, I think it was from a few days ago. He did like a radio interview on YouTube, and somebody asked him if he was open to the idea of the Misfits ever getting back together, and he's like, he said, I'd be all about it. It's really weird.
I think that, and don't get me wrong, but there is a bit of an ego thing going on with the Misfits.
I agree, but
It's either Only or Danzig, and they're kind of having a power struggle. So Doyle and Chud and whoever else is kind of caught in the middle.
yeah.
So
But if you're out there listening, you guys should get that together. You know how much money they would make?
a shit ton.
A shit ton.
Shit ton.
Then you would never have to talk to each other ever again. You'd make like some millions, then you just go your separate ways, and you'd be set.
And,
that'd
as
be
much as
amazing.
I love Kiss, don't pull a Kiss. If you're gonna do it once, and don't keep it going on forever. As far as
And put some other people in.
and put some other people in there and call it the Misfits.
This is Doyle, but it's not. Yeah.
Right. It's kind of like, you know, Kiss is still doing it. They did the reunion, they did Psycho Circus, and they did the farewell tour, and now they're with Eric Singer and Tommy Thayer doing this thing here.
Which that's weird. I don't know.
So it's kind of like it's dragging on. But if you guys did it and do it in one shot for like, plan it for a summer, do a summer thing, and then be done.
It'd be amazing.
You guys could fucking rule some ass with that shit.
And you can tell that people want it. I mean, look at, why do you think Danzig keeps doing the Doyle thing? He keeps bringing Doyle on tour and doing these Misfits because everybody fucking comes out to see it.
And I fucking love that Devil's Angels song that he did.
That album's supposed to be coming out pretty soon, I think. Like the summer thing.
Yeah, I heard it was supposed to come out this summer, but of course I heard that last year too.
So we'll see what happens with that.
But I'd love to, like,
Please, we want to see it.
I would
Misfits
really love to
reunion.
hear that whole Danzig album, because that Devil's Angels, man, it sounds like old school Misfits.
I think he's gonna do some Elvis songs and shit on there too. I heard.
Yeah, I heard he's doing Elvis too, but I mean, honestly though, it's a good idea, and you guys should do it. As Misfits fans here, and you know, us playing in a band, you know, horror band like you guys started doing, you guys are the godfathers of it, so we really just need a Misfits reunion.
Everybody that does what we do copy off you guys in some way. So
Exactly.
and we always will. Same thing with like the Ramones. Bands copy off the Ramones, you know.
And even the guys that are playing in the bands with the Misfits, Doyle, Danzig, they all grew up on the Misfits, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
And they're all Misfits fans, and now they're kind of playing it in separate parts. But
Yeah.
I mean, still, it'd be something cool to see. So
Yeah. Well, hopefully we get to see that sometime.
I'd love to see it. So,
All right. Well.
but I think that's it for this one.
Yeah, I
Unless
think
you got anything
I think
we're
that's
gonna-
about it. I know next week we're going to be reviewing the Maniac remake.
Yeah, make sure you're wearing diapers for this one.
Yeah.
You're gonna shit.
We're going to talk to you next week. Bye.
Catch you later.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't